The galaxy was dying. Stars that once burned bright were dimming, swallowed by an endless darkness creeping from the void. Ancient civilizations crumbled under the weight of this cosmic decay, their ruins scattered across the stars like gravestones of forgotten empires. Humanity, latecomers to the interstellar stage, now stood alone as the last embers of hope in a universe nearing its end. Captain Zara Vega stood on the bridge of the Erebus, humanity's most advanced starship. Her gaze lingered on the holographic display dominating the command center. The swirling anomaly, known as the Eternal Abyss, loomed ominously, a vast, shadowy vortex devouring everything in its path. Zara's fingers tightened on the edge of the console. She had seen what the Abyss could do, heard the desperate cries of colonies erased from existence. And now it was heading for Earth. "Captain, the fleet's ready," Lieutenant Arun Patel said quietly. His voice was steady, but there was an edge of apprehension. He'd served under Zara for years and understood the gravity of their mission. Zara turned to him, her dark eyes calm but intense. "Good. Signal the fleet to hold formation. We intercept the Abyss here at Epsilon 12. Earth depends on us, Arun." The fleet consisted of 50 warships, each bristling with weaponry. These vessels, the last of humanity's once grand armada, had been hastily repaired and retrofitted. Leading the charge was the Erebus, a sleek and imposing flagship equipped with experimental technology. Zara knew their resources were limited, but retreat was not an option. If the Abyss reached Earth, there would be no survivors. The bridge fell silent as the crew absorbed her words. Even the hum of the ship's engine seemed subdued, as if the Erebus itself felt the weight of the moment. The fleet glided through the black void, their sleek hulls reflecting the faint light of distant stars. On the bridge, Zara allowed herself a moment of reflection. She thought of Earth's bustling cities, the laughter of children, the quiet strength of its people. All of it would be lost if they failed. "Arun," she said, breaking the silence, "have we detected any changes in the Abyss's activity?" He glanced at his console, his brow furrowed. "The anomaly's energy readings are stable, but it feels like it's watching us." Zara nodded, her expression unreadable. She had felt it too, an eerie presence emanating from the Abyss, as though it were alive. The minutes stretched into hours as the fleet drew closer. The crew worked in tense silence, their movements precise and deliberate. Zara walked among them, offering quiet words of encouragement. She knew they needed her calm resolve as much as they needed her leadership. "We're entering the anomaly's outer perimeter," Arun announced. His voice cut through the heavy atmosphere like a blade. "All ships are holding position." The holographic display flickered, then stabilized, showing the swirling mass of the Abyss in chilling detail. Tendrils of darkness extended outward, pulsating with a rhythm that felt almost alive. "Captain, we're detecting movement," Arun said, his tone measured. "Multiple energy signatures within the Abyss." Before Zara could respond, the Abyss surged. Tendrils lashed out, striking the nearest ship. The Valiant, a battleship on the fleet's left flank, disintegrated in seconds. Gasps echoed across the bridge as the ship's icon disappeared from the display. "All ships, evasive maneuvers," Zara commanded, her voice firm but calm. "Engage at will." The fleet scattered, firing streams of plasma and pulses of energy into the darkness. The void lit up with bursts of light, but it was like trying to fight a shadow. Every blast seemed to vanish, swallowed by the Abyss. Then they appeared. From the heart of the anomaly emerged the Voidborn. These creatures, humanoid but twisted, were crafted from pure darkness. Their glowing, star-like eyes pierced the void as they descended upon the fleet. They moved with inhuman speed, boarding ships and wreaking havoc with claws that tore through steel and flesh alike. "Focus fire on the Voidborn," Zara ordered. Her voice remained steady, grounding her crew amid the chaos. "Hold the line." The Erebus unleashed its experimental weapon, the Nova Lance. A beam of concentrated light seared through the Voidborn, scattering their dark forms. But for every enemy destroyed, more emerged from the abyss. Hours into the battle, the fleet was losing. Half the ships were gone, their crews consumed by the abyss. The air aboard the Erebus was heavy with smoke and tension. Zara's mind raced as she assessed their dwindling options. "Arun," she said, her voice quiet but firm. "What's the status of the prototype?" He hesitated. "The singularity generator is operational, but it's untested. If it fails—" "If we do nothing, Earth is lost," Zara interrupted. "Prepare the device." The Erebus broke formation, drawing the abyss's attention. Tendrils of darkness reached for the ship, and Voidborn swarmed toward it. The crew fought valiantly, buying time as the singularity generator powered up. "Captain, we're ready," Arun said, his voice steady despite the chaos. "Activate it," Zara commanded. The generator released a blinding pulse of energy. A singularity formed at the heart of the abyss, pulling everything toward it with relentless force. The Voidborn screeched, their forms unraveling as they were consumed. The abyss writhed in a desperate attempt to escape, but the singularity held firm. Slowly, the anomaly collapsing on itself, its tendrils disintegrating into nothingness. When the light faded, the abyss was gone. The surviving ships drifted in the silence of space, their crews too stunned to speak. On the bridge of the Erebus, Zara slumped into her chair, her body heavy with exhaustion. "Captain," Arun said quietly, "Earth is safe." "For now." Zara nodded, her gaze distant. "For now," she echoed. The crew began to assess the damage, their movements slow and deliberate. Zara allowed herself a brief moment of reflection. She thought of the lives lost, the sacrifices made. Their victory had come at a great cost, but it was a victory nonetheless. "We've bought time," she said softly, "but the fight isn't over." Back on Earth, news of the fleet's success spread quickly. Cities erupted in celebration, their streets filled with hope and relief. Yet beneath the joy lay a quiet understanding. The abyss was gone, but the galaxy was still dying. The stars continued to fade, one by one. In the halls of the United Earth Council, discussions turned to the future. Scientists spoke of exploring the ruins of ancient civilizations, searching for answers hidden in the relics of those who had faced similar threats. Engineers began drafting plans for new fleets, stronger and more resilient than the last. And Zara Vega, the woman who had led humanity's last stand, became a symbol of hope. Her name was etched into the annals of history, a reminder of humanity's resilience. But Zara herself remained aboard the Erebus, her gaze fixed on the stars. She knew the truth. This was only the beginning. The abyss had been a test, a harbinger of the challenges yet to come. "The galaxy may be dying," she murmured, "but we're not finished yet." With that, the Erebus set its course for the unknown, its engines humming with quiet determination. Humanity's story was far from over. The stars awaited, and Zara Vega would lead the way.